All right, Adrien Broner apologized for him lashing out. We could play. I'm gonna play it real quick. If you didn't see it yesterday, he lashed out on Al Haymon and Steve Espinoza. Um, which at the end of the day, I don't really like. You know, I don't know why people post stuff and take it down, or you say something and you don't stand on it. You're gonna have to apologize. Apologize for what you said. So I mean, but this is what he said. Man, it's crazy, crazy world.
Can you give us a word on just how training camp has been going and just your feelings on facing Omar Figueroa Jr.?
I'm being 100% honest with you, Brian. I ain't with none of this shit they got going on. I feel like Al Haymon and Steve Espinoza is bullshit because why is we doing a press conference on a computer when you got guys like they don't do Floyd shit on no fucking computer when you fight a YouTuber. They don't do nobody else shit on the computer, but they want to do my shit on the computer. So that's telling me they don't give a fuck about me. So when you say fuck me, it's fuck y'all. And at the end of the day, that's what I really just came here to let y'all know. I see anybody can see it. Y'all at this point y'all bullshitting. At this point y'all bullshitting. Y'all been supposed to make this fight. Y'all giving us dates. Y'all keep pushing our dates back. Like y'all, come on, man. Who the fuck do a 6-month camp? Y'all tripping. So what I'm gonna do, Brian, I'm gonna talk to you at 11 on Thursday. So what I'm gonna do is tell Omar, keep training your ass off. I'm training my ass off too. Let's go in there and put on a great performance. But I'm gonna get the fuck on up out of here and go.
All right, you heard the gist of it, right? Old Adrien Broner, old Rusty. All right, old trusty boy. All right, so now he gets on Instagram this morning. He got that phone call. You know what I'm saying? He got that hotline bling from Al. And he said, listen, man, I'm just frustrated with a lot of ish that's going on in my life. Me and Showtime Boxing, Al Haymon have no problem whatsoever. So, I mean, it is what it is. He said, players F up, stand up men can own up to their mistakes. Showtime Boxing, Showtime Sports, and Al Haymon, we locked in for life. I love y'all. See y'all in some weeks. Let's go. August 20th, hashtag about billions. P.S. I meant everything I said, though. That press conference on the Zoom call blew me like a woman in MGM Grand trying to pick up trying to get picked up for 250. So I mean, then again, he apologized, but then again, he stood on what he said about the press conference, and that's how they doing. They got to cut the costs. They got to cut the costs, and that's what he got to understand, bro. Money funny over there, dude. Al Haymon money ain't funny, but the business money funny. So Al Haymon probably gonna wait till it dry up. Probably declare bankruptcy on this business account side of things. And maybe start over, maybe move back to the music industry. I think that's where it's trying to trend into. I could be wrong, it's just my assumption. Not saying I know any insider information, but I mean, to me, if you mean it, stand on it then. But then again, he locked in with Al Haymon for life. You said it. He can't go nowhere. Like I told y'all, Gary Russell was saying he a free agent. Then I'm telling y'all why he ain't moving, why he ain't shaking, why he ain't going over to Eddie, why he ain't going over to Bob or nothing like that. And I told y'all because he's stuck over there. I'm telling y'all, how many people that's left Al Haymon? I'll wait. Like top fighters, not like Hugo or Vance Monterosian. I mean, top fighters. How many top fighters you seen leave Al Haymon? How many? That's the $1 billion question. How many top fighters you seen leave Al Haymon? None. They locked into life. It's that shit like a 360 deal. And then he talk you out of taking fights. And he don't talk you out of taking fights. He force you not to take the fights. You signing your whole life away. You signing all your ownership away. That's what Adrien Broner is like. It's like a fish on the sidewalk, just flapping around. That's why. That's why. He can't do nothing. He locked in for Al Haymon for life, and he probably violated their non-disclosure agreement. He probably violated their non-disclosure agreement. You know. And now you saying stuff that you gon', real men don't say something, don't stand on it. If you believe what you said and you said what you believe, bro, ain't no apologizing. But they probably would have robbed him, left him on the street. He would have had to go get a 9 to 5. Straight up and down. So yeah, but stand on what you say. Real stand-up guys don't do that. Don't, if you look, bro, we've been in a social media era for over a decade almost, right? Come on, we know a lot of the rules. Don't post it if you're gonna delete it. Don't say it if you're gonna retract it. You know? Don't do it, bro. Sometimes I be trying to post stuff and I be like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna post it. The screenshot then change the game. You know? So I mean, don't post it. But he already know Al got him by the balls. Keep saying Al got his Pacquiao money, and all them dudes, they can't really say that, bro. Somebody was telling me, I don't know how true this was, that it's in a contract where they got to thank Al Haymon after they fight. Somebody was saying that. And I'm like, it could make sense. It could. It really could. But he got them niggas in some slave contracts. And people say, how they say the NFL players in the slave contract, and people, can't fathom, you being wealthy and you being a slave. You ever had that argument or see some or heard somebody or try to argue or make or try to explain to somebody how you can be a rich slave or you can be a wealthy slave? Look no further than Nick Cannon as an example. Look no further than Nick Cannon as an example. Nick Cannon got a lot of money. I mean, shit, look at Elon Musk. Hold on, let's not always use the brother as the example. Look at Elon Musk. He said he was going to turn Twitter into a freedom speech platform. They start digging all this dirt about, I'm not even getting into it, this baby, that baby, this assault charge. Now, some of the lawsuits he got against people of color is coming. All this dirt is starting to dig up on him. He's one of the wealthiest men in the world. And he couldn't, and he got all the money in the world, right? And he couldn't do what he wanted to do with Twitter, so he backed out the deal. In my opinion, that's the real. That's why. Because he couldn't make Twitter, the freedom of speech platform that he wanted, because they knew how dangerous that is. That's why they regulate all these platforms. It ain't that Mark Zuckerberg, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that he wants to censor it. The government is on his ass. You ain't heard no more stuff about, Mark Zuckerberg making too much money and he need to get the money back and put it back into the economy. You haven't heard that. You haven't heard nothing else about that. How they were saying he was making too much money and he needs to, give up some of that money and put it into the economy. And I don't understand why they print money. Well, that's a whole different conversation. So if they can make Elon Musk, if they still can control one of the wealthiest men in the world like Elon Musk, and they still can break him down like a U-Haul box, right? Just imagine, these other people around here. Deshaun Watson had one of the biggest contracts, even before he signed with the Cleveland Browns, that contract. He had one of the biggest contracts, right? And they still broke him down. They still broke him down. They still broke them down. So you can easily be a wealthy and rich slave. And the entertainment business ain't nothing. It's 95% of the musicians and artists and anything in between there, the comedians and all that stuff, are rich slaves. They're being controlled by somebody else. They are. So yes, you can be a rich slave, bro. Yes, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He took all that riffraff, all that bullshit, and then you come back less than 24 hours later, and you apologize. Of course, he got to. Al Haymon got him in the 360 deal, bro. A high price C360 deals. You know, but it is what it is, man. Real stand-up dudes stand on what they say. But then again, contractually, when you violate your contract, I guess you can't do it. So think before you say. You probably told Al, it was just entertainment business. I was apologize, nigga. Say you sorry. All right. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Make subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. For instance, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit my link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and many more. It's the first link in the description. Appreciate the love, support, peace.